What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, the best place for hyper-local coverage focused on Sarasota County, Manatee County, and beyond. In today's video, we are going to take a deeper look at one of the top 5 keys to consider from the last video, moving to Florida, and really get into the detail. If you've recently decided to make the leap to the Sunshine State, or even have been contemplating moving intrastate to a different city, naturally the next question may be, where are the absolute best places to move in the state and why? With miles of beaches, low taxes, and year-round warmth, the Sunshine State really emerges as an attractive place to lay down some roots for many folks. Over the last 12-ish years, I've personally moved from growing up in Sarasota to West Palm Beach to Lakeland, over to Pensacola, a short stint in Asheville, North Carolina, too cold, then back down to Tampa, then St. Petersburg, then Wesley Chapel, then back down to downtown Tampa, and finally back to central Sarasota. In my experience, Florida is so vast and diverse, and really so different across the separate regions, that without great personal experience in each city, it can be quite difficult to pick the best fit and contrast the different areas. That's why if you're thinking of moving to Florida and want to know the absolute best places to live, where they're located, and why that's important, then this video is perfect for you. Okay, so in determining our top 5 overall places to live in the state of Florida, we primarily focused on 5 crucial elements: culture, safety, proximity, job potential, and education. Now, of course, there are many other awesome little pockets of Florida that would be great places to land, but this video's goal is to provide a valuable place to start your search and help narrow the general region that would fit your needs. Okay, so in no particular order, number 1 on our list of best places to live in the entire state of Florida, the city of Jacksonville. Jacksonville is nicely positioned in northeast Florida, right by I-10 and I-95, which puts you just about 45 minutes north of St. Augustine, an hour and a half from Daytona Beach, 2 hours from Orlando, 2.5 hours from Tallahassee, and even just 3 hours from Charleston, South Carolina. So a pretty interesting location in general. Despite having one of the largest populations in the state, Jacksonville, Florida is actually one of the most affordable places to live, providing reasonable housing prices and a low cost of living overall. Being so far northeast in the state, it kind of feels like a different world in general. New residents and visitors alike will have access to about 22 miles of Atlantic coast beaches, a pretty extensive park system, unbelievable fishing, vast array of neighborhoods, specialty museums, a thriving theater scene, and plenty of restaurants and breweries worth checking out. For the sports fans, Jacksonville is also home to the NFL's Jaguars franchise, tons of great golf, and plenty more recreational variety. In terms of the job market, Naval Air Station Jacksonville is one of the largest employers and sits about 8 miles south of the central business district. With the numerous colleges, education is also a big player, as well as healthcare at hospitals such as Baptist Health, St. Vincent's, and UF Health. In the financial sector, employers include companies like Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan Chase, and Fidelity Investments, among others. The logistics and transportation industries include top employers in the Jacksonville area such as CSX, Crowley, and Fanatics, and the hospitality field also remains attractive as it rides the wave of Jacksonville's growing epicenter for restaurants, retail, and commercial catering to locals and visitors alike. And lastly, unemployment rates sit lower than the national average, so all good news there. All in all, tons of appeal here and definitely worth considering Jacksonville, Florida. All right, number 2 on our best places to live list, Tampa, Florida. Tampa is located along Florida's Gulf Coast, east inland from St. Petersburg, and about an hour north up I-75 from Sarasota. With its pretty central location, residents have access to a major airport in Tampa International, pretty simple access to live in fringe suburbs such as Brandon, Wesley Chapel, and West Chase, as well as the ability to easily hop on I-75 to go north or south, or shoot over to neighboring Pinellas counties, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, and Tarpon Springs. Okay, so besides the alluring location, let's dive into some other reasons why we consider the city of Tampa one of the best places to live in all of Florida. With an estimated population of about 400K, Tampa, Florida is the 48th most populous city in the United States and the 3rd largest in Florida after both Miami and Jacksonville. From a residential perspective, the city is divided into several neighborhoods, generally being split into the following areas: Downtown Tampa, New Tampa, West Tampa, East Tampa, North Tampa, and South Tampa. Some of the well-known neighborhoods include Ybor City, Forest Hills, Ballast Point, Seminole Heights, Tampa Heights, Palmacia, Hyde Park, Davis Islands, Tampa Palms, College Hill, as well as non-residential areas such as the West Shore Business District. As many folks work in or around the downtown and southern districts, the surrounding historical neighborhoods have really exploded in popularity, as well as a segment of the population either going north or east of town to have a bit more of a suburban feel and typically some sort of cost savings benefit. From a things to do and lifestyle view, with its mix of historic architecture and modern landmarks, a Cuban and Spanish influence, vibrant business district, and beautiful waterways, Tampa is really a wonderful place to work, play, and explore. For arts and entertainment, Tampa, Florida is home to a variety of stage and performing arts venues, including the Straz Center for Performing Arts, Tampa Theater, and the Mid-Florida Credit Amphitheater. Tampa is also home to a number of museums that cover a wide array of subjects and studies. These include the Museum of Science and Industry, which has several floors of science-related exhibits, plus the only domed IMAX theater in all of Florida, the Tampa Museum of Art, the Tampa Bay History Center, and the always popular Glazer's Children's Museum. For the foodies in the group, Tampa offers a diverse culinary scene from small cafes and bakeries to bistros and farm-to-table restaurants. The food of Tampa has a history of Cuban, widely thought as the birthplace of the Cuban sandwich, Spanish, Floridian, and Italian cuisines. There are also many Colombian, Puerto Rican, and Vietnamese venues. Of course, with the Gulf Coast proximity, seafood is also very popular in Tampa, and Greek cuisine is prominent in the area as well. Finally, if you like more of a grab-and-go style, food trucks are extremely popular in the area, and Tampa actually holds the record for the world's largest food truck rally. Okay, from a recreational perspective, the city of Tampa operates 165 parks covering 2,200 acres within the city limits, and 42 more in surrounding suburbs covering another 70,000 acres. Tampa is also home to a number of attractions and theme parks, including Busch Gardens Tampa, Adventure Island, the Lowry Park Zoo, and Florida Aquarium. The Lowry Park Zoo features over 2,000 animals, interactive exhibits, rides, and educational shows, and the Florida Aquarium is a 250,000 square foot aquarium right in the heart of the Channel District, hosting over 20,000 species of aquatic plants and animals. If you're into hiking, biking, paddling, or bird watching, be sure to check out the Hillsborough River State Park in Thonotasa or Lettuce Lake Park in North Tampa. Rent a kayak or stroll the trails amid beautiful surroundings, exploring Florida birds, turtles, lazy gators, and the occasional manatee. You can also bring your fishing gear and a picnic lunch for the whole family. Not forgetting the sports fanatics in the family, Tampa is also represented by teams in 3 major professional sports leagues: the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the NHL's Tampa Bay Lightning, and the close by MLB's Tampa Bay Rays, which are located right in downtown St. Pete. And finally, rounding out some of the activities that make Tampa, Florida one of the best places to live in the entire state are the well-known and plentiful shopping areas available. The city offers many shopping areas including International Plaza at Bay Street, West Shore Plaza, the Soho District, and the lovely Hyde Park Village. Alright, and the last items I wanted to discuss regarding Tampa Bay, Florida: economics and job prospects. Finance, retail, healthcare, insurance, shipping, national defense, professional sports, tourism, and real estate all play vital roles in this area's economy. Several Fortune 1000 companies are actually headquartered in the metropolitan area, including OSI Restaurant Partners, which owns Outback Steakhouse, Carrabba's, and Bonefish, amongst others, WellCare, Tico Energy, and Raymond James Financial, to just name a few. One of the coolest and most emerging areas, downtown Tampa, has been undergoing quite significant development in the last 10-ish years, with over 20 residential, hotel, and mixed-use spaces either completed or in transition. The vibe is pretty in line with the general national trend towards urban residential development. Tampa's port is also now the 7th largest in the nation and Florida's largest tonnage port overall, handling nearly half of all seaborne commerce that passes through the state. In addition, Tampa ranks 2nd in the state, only behind Miami in terms of total cruise ship travel. And lastly, as far as military presence goes, MacDill Air Force Base remains a major employer in the Tampa Bay area, as the parent installation for over 15,000 active uniformed military, DoD civil service, and DoD contractor personnel. So Tampa in general should definitely provide quite a few opportunities from an employment standpoint, and very much feels to just be on the brink of its explosive growth. Okay, now number 3 on the list, my current homestead, the beautiful Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota, in my opinion, actually sits in one of the absolute best locations in the entire state. Positioned right on Florida's Gulf Coast, slightly north of Fort Myers and south of Tampa Bay, calling Sarasota your home base not only gives you a beautiful place to live, but also very easy access to much of what Florida has to offer. You'll also be just about an hour and a half to Naples, 2 hours to Orlando, 40 minutes to downtown St. Pete, just an hour to Tampa, and even just about 3 hours to both West Palm Beach and Miami. Sarasota County itself is actually quite large as well, including Sarasota city limits, Venice, Englewood, and Northport. Alright, so beyond the attractive location, let's talk a little bit about Sarasota, Florida's other redeeming qualities. The beaches. Sarasota's beach offerings are often argued to be the most beautiful in the entire state, with Siesta Key repeatedly named Best Beach in America, Lido Key, my personal favorite. Then you have Longboat Key, Casey Key, Nokomis Beach, nearby Bradenton's Anna Maria Island, and more. In addition to the beaches themselves, Sarasota is quite a boater's paradise as well. Sarasota Bay's safe harbor is lined with deep-water homes and high-rise condominiums and offers many amazing spots and experiences like tidal sandbars, seagrass meadows, remote beaches, bird colonies, spoil islands, wide open spaces, kayak trails, fishing spots, and glamorous views. As far as the residents go, about half of Sarasota's population is retired and or part-time, pulled down to the area by the consistent sunshine, beneficial taxes, and myriad of recreational offerings. Prospective homeowners have quite a diverse range of options, from historic bungalows and high-end bayfront high-rises in the urban and downtown districts, to multi-million-dollar estates on the waterfront and or barrier islands, to new master plan communities all along Northeast Lakewood Ranch, South Sarasota's Palmer Ranch, throughout Venice, and more. From a things to do perspective, affluence and age has brought the demand for world-class culture. Sarasota is a best art town in Florida because of its rich art atmosphere, excellent cultural venues, and unique street festivals such as the Sarasota Chalk Festival. Ringley Museum of Art is the most well-known world-class art museum on the West Coast and also offers credited college-level courses in Sarasota. Furthermore, a long list of Broadway performances, opera musicals, and professional ballet to choose from definitely makes Sarasota one of the best places to live in Florida for lovers of both fine art and culture. And lastly, from an employment perspective, major industries in Sarasota include education, trade, transportation, and definitely tourism. Healthcare is also a prominent sector with facilities like Sarasota Memorial, Doctors Hospital, the Venice Regional Bayfront Health, and Englewood Community Hospital employing a large number of residents. All right, number 4. When considering our last location, number 3, Sarasota, Florida, many folks are simultaneously examining its lovely neighbor to the south. Number 4 on our list of best place to live in the state of Florida, Naples. Naples, Florida is located on the Gulf Coast waters a little less than an hour south of Fort Myers, Florida, about 30 minutes north of Marco Island, and pretty much directly parallel in the state to Fort Lauderdale, which is about an hour and a half to its east. Naples sits in a lovely little pocket that is going to feel much further south than the often compared Sarasota. It is actually near the southernmost point of habitable land where the Everglades begin to drain into the ocean. Beaches give way to cypress and mangrove forests, and undeveloped areas to the south and Everglades marshes begin just to the east of town. From a residential perspective, the city of Naples has very much of an upscale, enclave-like feel with beaches and an array of activities, serving a greater population of permanent and winter residents with a population around 20,000 than that of travelers and tourists. Naples is also home to a wide range of housing and styles, from old Florida homes to massive Mediterranean oceanfront villas, many exclusive and gated, and can vary from large floor plan condominiums to quaint clustered carriage homes. A good deal of the residential properties are built around specific lifestyles such as golfing, nature, and boating. From a recreation and entertainment view, residents will definitely enjoy the shopping, arts, local attractions, and multiple of fine dining. 5th Avenue and 3rd Street are probably going to be your apex points for Naples shopping, right in the historic downtown area, with many art galleries, clothing boutiques, home decor shops, and more. Waterside Shops is also another great spot worth checking out, with beautiful upscale shopping and luxury retail stores such as Nordstrom, Saks, Gucci, and Tiffany. There are also plenty of parks, beautiful beaches spanning across about 30 miles, nature preserves, and some of the most award-winning golf courses for the avid golfers, including quite a wide variety to choose from. Another attractive reason for considering Naples, Florida as one of the best places to live in the whole state would probably be the safety aspect. According to recent safety statistics, Collier County, Florida, which contains the Naples area, had the lowest crime rate for a metropolitan area in the state of Florida, and the 15th lowest in the state for crimes per resident population. And lastly, I think maybe a bit of a surprise for many folks, Naples' economic opportunities are actually quite strong. With unemployment rates below the national average and both job growth as well as the average salaries above the average, Naples sits in the upper echelon of cities across Florida. Much of this growth has come from demand in construction, retail and education, as well as customer service and various management. All right, and with the fifth and final city on our best place to live in all of Florida list, nicknamed the Magic City, Miami, Florida. The southernmost city on our list, Miami, Florida, is located between the Everglades to the west and Biscayne Bay to the east. The main portion of the city is on the shores of Biscayne Bay, which contains several hundred natural and artificial barrier islands, the largest of which contains both Miami Beach and South Beach. For a little bit more perspective, the heart of the city is going to put you about 5 hours south of number 1 on our list, Jacksonville, 4 hours to Tampa Bay, 3 hours to Sarasota, and 2 hours from Naples, kind of plotting out our list on a map. In a general sense, many believe Miami to be the cultural, economic, and financial center of the entire state. The city covers an area of about 56 square miles and is the 42nd most populous in the United States, and the second largest city in Florida right behind Jacksonville. From a residential perspective, Miami is basically split into north, south, west, and the downtown areas. The main district is definitely downtown Miami, which sits on the eastern side of town and includes the popular neighborhoods such as Brickell, Virginia Key, Watson Island, as well as Port Miami. This is where much of the central business runs through. Brickell Avenue actually has the largest concentration of international banks in the entire United States. The southern side of Miami includes the neighborhoods of Coral Way, The Roads, and Coconut Grove. Coral Way is a historic residential neighborhood built in the early 1900s between downtown and Coral Gables, and is home to many old homes and tree-lined streets. Coconut Grove is another historic neighborhood with narrow, winding roads and a heavy tree canopy. It is also known for its many parks and gardens, such as Vizcaya Museum, the Kampong, the Barnacle Historic State Park, and numerous other historic homes and estates. The western side of Miami includes the neighborhoods of Little Havana, West Flagler, and Flagami. Although at one time a mostly Jewish neighborhood, today's western Miami is home to immigrants from mostly Central America and Cuba, while the west central area is a multicultural community of many ethnicities. And finally, the northern side of Miami, which includes the Midtown District. The Edgewater neighborhood of Midtown is mostly composed of high-rise residential towers and is home to the Adrian Arts Center of Performing Arts. Wynwood is an art district with 10 galleries and former warehouses, as well as a large outdoor mural project. The wealthier residents of Miami usually live in the Design District and the Upper East Side, which has many 1920s homes, as well as examples of Miami modern architecture. From a things to do perspective, Miami is definitely not going to disappoint, perhaps offering more variety than any other city on the list. In addition to annual festivals like Calle Ocho Festival, Miami is home to many entertainment venues, theaters, museums, parks, and performing arts centers. The city is also considered a major fashion center, home to models and some of the top modeling agencies in the entire world, hosting many fashion shows and events including the annual Miami Fashion Week and the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Miami held in the Wynwood Arts District. When looking for a place to dine, Miami has also earned a reputation as a very much a foodie favorite. People from all over the world travel there to experience the innovative and diverse culinary scene, from trendy casual eateries to 5-star luxury dining. Beyond the food scene, probably no surprise to anyone, the beaches in Miami are another big draw to the area. One of the cool things about Miami is that the beach scene actually offers a bit of a lifestyle variety, from party-centric beaches like South Beach to sleepier ones like Surfside and everything in between, giving residents some more stylistic options. And finally, if that's not enough activity for you, the city of Miami is home to 5 main sports franchises, featuring the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Heat, the Marlins, the Florida Panthers, and the Inter Miami CF soccer team. So plenty of variety for the avid sports fan. And before wrapping up Miami, Florida, we definitely could not neglect the economic and job infrastructure. Miami is considered a major center and leader in finance, commerce, culture, arts, and international trade. The metro area is by far the largest urban economy in Florida and the 12th largest in the United States. In 2019, Miami ranked 7th in the United States and 31st among global cities in terms of business activity, human capital, information exchange, cultural experience, and political engagement. Greater downtown Miami has one of the largest concentrations of international banks in the United States and is home to many large national and international companies. The Health District is a major center for hospitals, clinics, and the biotechnology and medical research industries. Port Miami is the busiest cruise port in the world in both passenger traffic and cruise lines, and refers to itself as the cruise capital of the world. And of course, Miami is also a major tourism hub for international visitors, ranking second in the country after New York City. So plenty of action for both those hyper ambitious and those seeking stability and variety. Anyways, guys, I hope that this list of 5 of the overall best places to live in Florida helps to provide a bit more clarity on your journey. Now, as you wait for my next video on the absolute top 8 reasons why you should move to Florida right now, be sure to check out my other videos featuring many area reviews and local footage. As always, I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching and have a great day.